Greetings everyone and welcome back to the beautiful little Burgundy that could here in Victoria 2 playing the Divergences of Darkness mod, and we will continue where we left off from the annexation of Bali and prepare invasions of Aceh and Malacca. But first, in Malacca, I noticed one thing that I had forgotten to really focus on previous episode, and that is that Scandinavia is increasing their influence over here, and that is not accepted. We don't want Malacca to be under Scandinavian sway, or Malacca might be forever lost to us. So I think we will try to outcompete our friends, the Scandinavians. At least we started with an alliance with them, but apparently that has faltered since then. We do have good relationship with them still though. But for now we are just neutral towards them. Anyway, we will not let them have Malacca. It's not a very good idea. Malacca is precious to us. They have spices and stuff like that, and apparently precious metal, a lot of it, in Kuala Lumpur and other regions. So we will try to go for that. Problem with Malacca, as most of these nations are around here, is that they consist of more than one region, which means we cannot annex them in one war alone. First we will need to take this region up here, which fits pretty well with our region in Penang, and then we can go for the rest in the separate war. So that is something we will do. For now we will prepare our fleet, because these armies will eventually grow to the size of 10,000 or 30,000 men each, which is 10 brigades, and this only has 5 clipper transports for now. So we will make some more clipper transports in order to counter this. And here we will go clipper transports, that's 4, and then 1 in Bali, that's 5. So that will be 30,000 men that you can transport at any given time, and that fits pretty well with our future plans. Over here in Bali, I believe, 2 units that can be recruited, and I don't think there's any more that we can recruit. So we will put them under the 3rd army and get them there. In the Bogor we can recruit 1 more unit, but we can't really reach Bogor right now, and I don't really feel like ferrying over troops. In Burgundy everything seems to be fine as well, so let's just continue on with the time. I would already be justifying war against Aceh. The problem is that we have 15 now and the cap is still 25. So there will be a risk of, if we get a bad roll, because this could cost up towards 15. What am I getting myself? I want to go for Aceh. There we go. This one costs 15. So if we get above 10 in infamy, it would cost us a lot. Hyderabad we will still not accept. And I think here we will take the prestige hit. They might throw us back to the 3rd place soon, if that happens too often, but we really do want to reduce our infamy for now, so we can go for that war with Aceh and then Palembang to take over more of the territories. That will be fun. The bureaucrats are only 0.74% here. That's not a lot. I want to be at least 1% before I switch over. I need that 1%. Around here we do have a fairly wide sphere of influence in the beginning, and everyone seems to be interested in doing things in it. They haven't really reached a lot though. So if we ever see this coming into friendly, we will need to do something about it. But for now in Malacca we will just increase our relationship here to friendly and then kick the Scandinavians out. We could even put Malacca under our sphere for now, since it will be a while before we can even go for them. So I think that will be fairly fine. And there's another thing that is pretty interesting. Lanfang over here is seemingly a Chinese. Is it Chinese? Tianghua? That sounds maybe Chinese, I don't know if it is or not. Anyway, Lanfang does sound Chinese, at least to me. And they are a civilized nation, as well as Surau over here in Australia, and the Qingqiu in, well, California, Cascadia. All Chinese, I assume, places. But there's nothing in China itself that is civilized, while these colonies are civilized, which I find to be pretty interesting. China itself is divided here with the Qing Empire, we have the Taiping Empire, and we have the Tungning. Those are the main 3 states that are divided here. Tungning also has parts of Philippines, which is interesting. I don't know how that comes about. Maybe there will be some history lesson in the game that will tell about that. Korea, I know, starts at a war with the Japanese Empire, but does have the Qing Empire on their side, and it seems like they won that battle. So good for them. Good for them. I'm quite happy about that. I'd rather have not have the Japanese Empire become too great. They will eventually threaten us, I believe. What we can try to focus on doing, and since we're going for the battleship column, is that we can improve, and we probably should have already started this. In Madura, for example, we can do a naval base. In Batavi we already have a naval base, and in Bali we can do one more. So we have naval bases going here, and then we can go for colonizing Western Australia. And we only really need to have one of these things, one of these reductions, and there's the reductions from medicine, we have the reductions from ideological thought, and I think it's also bolt action rifles that will, or maybe it's breech loader rifles. Wait, which one? Oh, there it is. Indigenous garrisoning will lower the minimum life rating. So either of them, or those inventions that are associated with it, will allow us to colonize. Now in Lorraine we have enough, so we will go for Pas de Calais. Move that guy down there. How efficient are we now? We're 84.4% efficient, which is pretty good. For maximum administrative efficiency we need at least 1% bureaucrats, and we should probably go for the 1% anyway, since it gives pretty nice research bonus. So I think we will try to reach the 1% in all of our nation. So stop whining about this red percentage. I know you can probably move it, but we need that 1%. We need it. There's no way around it. Now we're at 10.9, so in a few months we can start with the whole Atcha idea. Which should work out pretty well. They do have, well, this one, Sibolga, that has a lot of people in it, and then we could get Banda Aceh. I don't even know why it's spelled A-T-J-E-H here, and then A-C-E-H over here. Is it an alternative spelling? Is this one more accepted than this one? I couldn't tell you. But one of the options are potentially true. Potentially. Let's see, we're below it now, so we can go for it. Hopefully we won't get maximum, that would be unfortunate to say the least. Flanders is done. So now we can move to Franche-Comté, which I still don't know how to pronounce. After all this time in EU4 and everywhere else, and I still don't know how to pronounce that damn thing. Franche-Comté, or Franche-Comte, probably Comte. They do like to make it hard to pronounce the damn French. Let's see here. Let's make another army. We will use the Rhenish soldiers as well. There will be 4, and then we will just have a simple little cavalry to do our bidding. There will be one more very nice army to put around here. We should maybe try to ally ourselves with Scandinavia. We should probably head towards that direction. They are the second greatest power now, and we fell down to 4th, just like that. We were 2nd not too long ago. I guess it can be explained by it being so damn close between us. It's only 4 points to reaching the 2nd place again. So it's very, 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 very close. So now we're over 100 in relations. So maybe now they will want to ally us, who knows? They will accept. Okay, we will rather we take an alliance with Scandinavia. That seems reasonable. And then we will add Malacca to ours here and protect it. Now also Pas de Calais is ready to be moved to Bologna, that guy. So to keep that in mind all the time. How long until we get... Well, now we will take longer, about 100 days or so, until it's done. Meanwhile, Muscovy is trying to attack... Is it Siberia? Crimea? Oh yeah, Russia doesn't exist. At least not as Russia yet. If you play Muscovy, you will get the ability to form Russia. If you take over Novgorod and stuff here in Nogai. So basically you can start as a form of EU4 kind of Muscovy and then form Russia on your own. Which I assume some people will find compelling. So that is one suggestion for things you can do. Still don't want to ally Hyderabad. They will lead us into awful conflicts. Really awful conflicts. So yeah, not wanting to ally you. I know you want Viranagar, but we will have to wait for Spain to give up on it. Maybe we can go for Viranagar. That seems a thing we could try to influence them. I wonder how fast the Spanish would be on doing anything against us. No, we're still in Hyderabad. That's not what I wanted to go. Viranagar, here we go. Okay, I need to go down here and Hyderabad. Stop going. Let's see, where are you? Well, I guess they are an H. There we go. Hyderabad. Wonderful. Or are they not in Australia anymore? They are. Okay. Then let's see here. The Spanish, they are evil, that is true. I don't really get... why am I looking at Scandinavia? There we go. We're not getting a lot each month, or each day. But it's better than nothing. And maybe one day we can challenge them. Seems like in Franche-Comté they are about ready to be moved to, and the next province. This is getting... I wish I could just set my administrative staff to be, you know what, just increase the damn administrative or bureaucrats everywhere and circle it around when it's done. Such things would be a nice quality of life improvement, I would feel. But at a certain point you get where quality of life improvements like that threaten to replace the entire game. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't really want to make more units. Can't I just say the AI can make the units for me? It's like, yeah, a bit lazy today. Let's see here. That's pretty good. Not well enough, there's only 9, but we'll take what we can get. Is Aceh about ready? Wait, I have the war... Oh, I completely missed that. Let's declare war before it goes away. Declare war on Aceh. And should I prepare these ships as well, but we're not losing that much time. Turkey goes bankrupt. So they're called Turkey now, huh? Don't really feel like declaring war on Turkey at all. So I don't think we will. There. And 2 more ships. Ready. Good. Now we can transport over. Gerard de Bouzet has taken over. He's a bit better. Still not amazing on the whole defensive thing or the morale thing. But it's better than nothing. And if only... I wonder if there's a thing where if you hold them under your sphere, you will inherit them one day. Because that would be pretty nice. We could also attack Tomburi to take over stuff like Phuket, which could be quite nice for us as well. Cambodia, the Khmer Empire. I like that. Or, well, I like. But seemingly Thailand doesn't exist. Apparently it's called Thonburi. Maybe, was it called that before? Or maybe it's just an invention by this mod. But apparently the Khmer Empire has taken over most of northern Thailand. Apart from having their capital over here in Angkor. But what happened to Phnom Penh? I love that name. Phnom Penh. It's one of those amazing names of the world. That I feel not as appreciated as it should be. Phnom Penh. Oh, wonderful. We can get one more guy. That will give us a perfect next army. We can also mobilize about 11 brigades, which is not a lot, to be fair. Not a lot at all. Not a lot at all. So how are we doing with our damn bureaucrat at this point? Only 70% overall. I wonder if that counts the colonies. It's probably better does. Alright, so now is probably the end of the liberal government. Probably the end of the liberal government. We have an election underway and about 16% or 18% of the voters are liberal. It seems like it's going against them. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think it's going against them. We have some decisions to make, which is mostly lavish exhibition. And the other one is a national conference, and the national conference will lower our prestige somehow, for some reason. And it gives no effect, the whole national conference after that, so I don't really think it's worth it. It's only a little bit of research point anyway that it gives. It's not a lot, by any stretch. We have Luxembourg ready. Move over to Alsace. Will ya? be so kindly. Oh no. Elections. I guess we can try to keep an open mind? Maybe? I don't really feel like politics or religion should be part of politics anyway, so sure, just, you know, do whatever. We must constantly strive to extend freedom. Immigrants in my country, well, full citizen, let's just go with the middle one. It seems easier. If I was a power player and knew every facet of the game, I should probably have picked my decisions more decently. You can maybe try to pick the ones that are more in favor of the party that you want to go with. We will support the Liberal Party, mostly because that people will become more liberal, and honestly I'm quite in favor of the Liberal parties in this game anyway. Decisive anti-slavery arguments. We will try to outlaw slavery if possible. We start with how many people in slavery? It's not a lot. About 1% of the population, but it's about 1% too much. So this one, if we arrest the abolitionists, we will the people will be 1% more in favor of outlawing slavery. If we arrest the pro-slavery delegation, people will be more in favor of having slavery. So let's just not do anything at all. That seems the most reasonable option with what we've been given us. 1% in Gelderland, or Gelderland maybe? Which means, I think we're reaching the point where it's no real point in moving these around too much. Those areas are not really worth it. Sure, limited citizenship, why not? Should probably move around this army as well. There's a lot to keep in mind. I never really used the news of the world. It could be pretty fun to look at once or twice. I like this one, I must be honest. I expect some world leader at one point or another during this time has said something like this, like, we don't want people that look at us while we fill in our ballots. We want to have secret ballots. It's like, what's next? Blindfolds? Yeah, I can imagine that happening. I can imagine someone saying that. But we will go for this one because secret ballots are pretty fun. When I vote, I want it to be a bit more hidden. Apparently a revolution in Circassia and the Taiping Empire at war. Interesting. I didn't know that. I like that they also have stuff like the prices increased for luxury clothes, for example. The Qingqiu expands. Oh, really? Have they expanded? Now we gotta take a look at this. It's important news. Let's have some more secularized people. Oh no, we have a crisis. Scandinavia is backing England. And Aragon are the only ones that are interested, and they will most likely fall to the Dual Monarchy. Bohemia is already backing the Dual Monarchy. Scandinavia is a bit out of depth. England wants to be free. To be fair, having a free England would be pretty good. It would effectively stomp on their ability to project power. I wonder if they would get all of England in such a case, or just have the northern part. We don't know. But this is still core of England, with that nice little flag. So, might be. But I don't think Scandinavia can handle both Bohemia and Dual Monarchy. And Aragon, which will fall to the Dual Monarchy. So yeah. It will be time to give up, Scandinavia. Time to give up. I'm sorry. I'm just glad that I don't have to be part of that decision. I don't really want to go against Scandinavia on anything. But at the same time, they don't really leave me much choice in that situation. It would be rather foolish to go for war there. And this war has run on for quite a while. We could in fact start producing the next thing, which we probably should do. Demand concession here against Palembang, so we can take the northern part of it. So by the time we are done with this war, or have recovered from that war, we should probably be able to go to war ourselves. In Vijayanagar, we can increase our opinion. The cordial. And now I think the Spanish will start to freak out fairly soon. If they have any intelligence at all. An ideological thought or medicine. I mean, I want idealism because I really want that research points. At the same time, I really want ideological thought. And I really want medicine. Let's go for ideological thought for this one. Or should I? No, let's go for medicine first, because we need a population growth. Population growth is always fun. We can go for the other ones later. It's fine. And now we can increase our naval bases because we got the technology done. We actually got it done quite a while ago. I just forgot to move around and make use of it. Establish some penal colonies across the world. Banda Aceh wants to surrender. I'm fine with that. I'm quite happy with that, in fact. So Batavia can get a better naval base. This one is not done yet, so we can't really expand that. Hyderabad, we don't really want to have to deal with you. And Banda Aceh, we can go a naval base over there as well. As well as the Cape colonies. Do we have a naval base here yet? We do. Oh, let's build a fort there too then. Why the hell not? Fort is good for the local economy. We need to build, you know, make cement and stuff like that. Or maybe... No, we should have built the naval base here. Oh well, too late. No take backsies. And we start with St. Helena or Ile de Brugge. Wait, is this St. Helena or is this one? Or this one? I don't know which one of these that is St. Helena. One of them. I think maybe this one. Which is Erikskust. Erikskust? Yeah, one of those. They have a dry spell, and that will make people mad. We could either go for RDO throughput minus or increase it. I mean, we will get local militancy whichever way we do it. So this one seems the best one. There's no real downside to it compared to other ones. So why not? Why the hell not? We got a low amount of infamy from Palembang, to be sure. That should probably mean that the justification is close to being done. Malacca wants an alliance, that's fine. So how much are we getting from the bureaucrats now? We're getting a fair squeeze. Let's just change it to here, and then over here we will start with producing clergymen. Yeah, we need a lot of clergymen. A lot of clergymen. That should be obvious by now. And here we can get mobile artillery and get this army done. At the same time, we can probably make use of getting mobile artillery over here as well. And anywhere else that decided to pop out more men. Which is nowhere. So this one we'll have to deal with just having a bit. Scandinavia, for some reason, the alliance faulted with them again. I don't know why they keep doing that. Maybe it's the fact that I didn't back them in the latest crisis. Maybe it was the fact that I didn't really have the chance to back them in the latest crisis. Who knows? Bull market. I mean, that seems pretty good. The Burgundian markets have shown increasing strength as of late, and there are signs that industrial investments are prospering. Wonderful. So it means our industry is not doing all too bad. Can't really ask for more now, can we? Maybe we should move this one so it's more efficient. We get a competent placeholder. Our new First Minister, not Prime Minister, but First Minister is nothing special, I'm afraid. So he's giving no effects. Which is, I mean, if I have to be completely honest, I'd rather have that than have the... I think I got once a really bad one that added more infamy and stuff like that. Oh, horrible. Don't want to deal with that. Nri. That's an interesting name for a country. So is Castemba, I suppose. With Palembang, we are only a few days away. Prepare for war, ladies and gentlemen. It is about to occur. So we can take Sumatra from them. And we can send our fleet to help out in that conquest. And meanwhile, while we are preparing the war, invading Palembang, where to next? What should we attack next? When is Java done? Java is done 1842, so next year in October. By that point we should probably have conquered something else. But what? We could go for Leuven, but they seem to like us. Would be a shame to change that. This one is a bit too big. They have both North and South Madagascar. We could try to take Madurai. Or we could try to wrest control of Vijayanagar. Or maybe attack Nagpur. Nagpur could happen. Its established protectorate could be 15 at most. It would give us a nice base over here. Shouldn't cost too much. They shouldn't have too many men. They only have 5 brigades right now. Would allow us to have a rather stable position. Maybe have more soldiers for another army. Nagpur sounds like a decent idea. Hyderabad is also within the realms of possibility. We could remove them from Sphere and then declare war on them. It will cost us infamy to remove something from Sphere. That's interesting. So maybe Nagpur. Nagpur. Yeah, I think Nagpur will be a decent bet. Or maybe. Now I'm starting to doubt myself, and that's never good. I'm tempted. I mean, we've taken all of these islands, right? And we will take all of this eventually. And Malacca is under our sphere. We could go for Thonburi. But they're allied to Dainam right now. And Dainam, I assume, has not the biggest army in the world. Madurai is a possibility, but they have a fairly big army, all things considered. Travancore has a smaller army. I don't know why goddamn Madurai has so many men. Well, they do have a fairly big population. But yeah, let's go for Nagpur. That sounds fun. Nagpur it will be. Nagpur. And that means that we need to send some more men to protect them. There we are. Let's just speed this up so we can get this war over and done with. It shouldn't require a lot. Not require a lot at all. Ah, they are actually traversing over here. So we can do the same. We can use this army, use the fleets, and transport them over to beat them more easily. So that is going well, and they're already surrendering. Well, we didn't really have to fight a battle. So we're taking the land from them, and we're happy with it. That is a decent amount. A decent amount of things. We can immediately start getting more artillery for our units. And these ones are done, and he's transporting anywhere, or here anyway. You can transport them over, all of them, at the same time. So I think this will actually be fairly good. I am quite liking how things are going so far. And then when... well, I'm just going to say it out loud. This episode will now conclude since we have managed to take over the part called Sumatra. And before we go on an invading tour through central India in Nagpur. But I think that with taking Nagpur and strengthening the armies, we could maybe even have 3 armies in Asia. And then try to take over more of India. The interesting part about this mod is that India is free, I mean, it's fair play. The British don't have dominion over it, so you can do more in India, and that's appealing to me. The boring part with India in the base game or the vanilla game is that, well, you can't really wrest control from Britain there unless you commit a lot of resources, and at that point it's not really worth it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll continue back in the next episode, episode 3, with the conquest of Nagpur and probably the conquest of a number of other places. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please consider clicking the like button, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a good one. Also, thank you for watching.